when I told.
Champagne on my tongue, silk on my skin, undone. You lean in, say my name like a secret, like a sin. Coconut blow on your collarbone, salt on your lips, I taste home. You say, right, let the night decide. I slide in the passenger side. Yeah. Champagne and silk on my lips, dripping slow from every kiss, powered in the sway of my hips. I'm a king, I'm a queen in the mist. Ocean breeze all over this ride, sweet like nectar when we collide. Champagne and silk on my lips, watch the whole downtown submit. I'm that night rider, low-key lavish, gold teeth, grin, bad habits. You that island spell, sweet static. Turn a calm heart problematic. Tongue like a passport stamp. Every word leave a mark on your back. You pour that fizz on the curve of my neck. I call that liquid respect. You taste like someone in a slow pour. I sip. Confidence dripping to the towel floor. Every baby in your baritone. Got my eye heels clicking like a metronome. Champagne and silk on my lips, dripping slow from every kiss. Pop one, yeah, we on. Pop a cork, set the scene. Gold glass, big dreams. Little hood, still pristine. Laugh lines where lipstick sheen. Secrets fizz when we sit down. High heels, low-key crown. Spill tea, still hold it down. Toast up, level up now. Champagne secrets, sip, savor, spill it. Grown and sexy, talk that talk, but we when we feel it. Champagne and power, glow in the midnight hour. Little hood, whole lot of class, we gon' cry and laugh louder.
Slow pour, let it ride. Real talk, no disguise. Bad days, but we still thrive. Soft heart, hard-earned pride. I'm in a big bag, big piece too. Pray first, then make move. I'm blessed, self-love in every view. Hit play, it's a new you. I'm chosen.
Champagne secret, sip, savor, spill it. Grown and sexy, talk that talk, but we when we feel it. I'm healed. Champagne and power, glow in the midnight hour. Little hood, whole lot of class, we gon' cry and laugh louder. Picking down, move right. Deep breath, slow sound, champagne. Secrets out now, I'm ready. Picking down, move right. Perfecto now, champagne. Secrets out now, I'm ready.
Hey girl,
Hey girl,
what you doing?
nothing much.
Get dressed.
For why?
Because we're going to the city. I need a little sip, savor, and spill.
Let's toast.
What you got going on tonight?
Can't call it. Owning the night. What you getting into?
Empress down in the city tonight. I'm feeling like champagne. Let's toast.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! These motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! These motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! Everybody strap in! I'm about to open some fucking windows.
Champagne on my tongue, silk on my skin, undone. You lean in, say my name like a secret, like a sin. Coconut glow on your collarbone, salt on your lips, I taste home. You say, right, let the night decide. I slide in the passenger side. Yeah. Champagne and silk on my lips, dripping slow from every kiss, powered in the sway of my hips. I'm a king, I'm a queen in the mist. Ocean breeze all over this ride, sweet like nectar when we collide. Champagne and silk on my lips, watch the whole downtown submit. I'm that night rider, low-key lavish, gold teeth, grin, bad habits. You that island spell, sweet static. Turn a calm heart problematic. Tongue like a passport stamp. Every word.
Gang, FizzFam, Confidante, and visitors to the Champagne City. Baby, come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come one, come all, come in to talk. Yo, yeah, we getting ready to get into it. We getting ready to get into it because I told y'all last night that I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I woke up today and my sick and tired got sick and tired. We tired. If you tired, I'm tired, and we gonna talk about it, all right? Before we get into it, you already know we got to get into our positivity and affirmations, but today we gonna do it a little different. Today we just gonna have a fireside chat because we need to talk. We need to talk. Me and you, just scoot up, scoot up. Grab your glass, grab your things. Make sure you have your charger. Make sure you have something nice and bubbly, sparkly in your hand. Make sure you're nice and comfy. Make sure you have spoken to a few people in the chat because we are nice and friendly over here despite the conversation that we getting ready to have on tonight. Now, we are nice and friendly, so be friendly in the chat to each other. I don't care what you say about this conversation, but in the chat we behave and we act accordingly because we're family. So all that extra toxicity, baby, get that out your system before you come to the Champagne City. Because I don't want to have to exterminate you know, shoot flies and get all the gutter rats and sewer roaches out the city. I don't want to do that. So we have grown discussions and bubbly banter. So if you're ready to have a grown discussion about this on tonight, then scoot on up. But for our affirmation, y'all listen. This is 2026, and this is a time that you need to start being more direct, more instinctive, more intuitive, more in tune, as Cat Williams said, with your star player. This is a season where you need to start thinking about and focusing on you. You've spent a lot of time focusing on and thinking about pushing everybody else. Some of you are mothers, your grandmothers, your brothers, your sisters, your husbands, your girlfriends, your boyfriends. You've spent your life focusing on pushing and building everyone else, so much so that you've forgotten about you. You don't know your wants. You don't know your desires. You don't know who you want to be or who you see yourself, not even 5 years down the line, baby, let's know in 5 minutes. This is a season where you need to start thinking about and focusing on you. It's okay to be selfish. I know they told you to think about everybody else, put everybody else first, but that's why you're in the position that you're in now. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, unstable, unstable, almost mentally insane, because you're so busy trying to figure out how to take what you have and balance it and juggle it and shuffle it between everybody else, that you're so lost in shuffling part of you here and part of you there and part of you over there, that by the time you get to sit down and think about you, you have nothing left. Because you haven't regathered your parts, your heart, your pecker, your putty tat, your mind. Because, you know, one person can have a mind and one person can have a body, right? Let's talk about it. I know we talk about mind over everything, and that generally is it. But you can have one person that is so good that they got the mind over here, and have somebody else so good that they got the body over here, and you sitting there so confused because you trying to figure out, how can they say they love me if they over here doing this? It's because this over here is able to tap into something that you can't. But that's why you got to spend your time focusing on you instead of spending your time focusing on how to build someone else. Because until you're whole for yourself, you'll never know how to fully please anyone. 2026, baby, make it intentional. Think about you. Think about your future. Because when your future makes sense to you, anything that doesn't align with it will stop making sense to you. And that includes all attachments. That includes all people. That includes all doors that are open that need to be shut immediately. And that also includes every shut door that needs to open immediately. Watch what happens in your life when you align with you. And to be honest with you, the only way that you can align with you is for you to align with him. And I don't mean little H-I-M. I mean big H-I-M. Get it? If you feel that deep down on the inside of you, and if it's been resonating with what you've been feeling about this unsteadiness that you currently find yourself in, and you didn't realize that the unsteadiness that you were feeling is because you were taking your steadiness and focusing it elsewhere. So now your stability is off. Not because you don't have what you need, but you're not using what you need for you. Get it? Does it make sense to you when I say it out loud? Well, if it does, raise that glass in the air. Let's toast. Hold on. Let's do that again. Hold on. All right, there you go. Let's toast. You know what? This is why I like OBS. Because why did that take like 10 minutes to come in? You didn't just ruin my whole intro and everything. Y'all know this thing. The devil always wants to try my inner Virgo when it comes to this streaming. Every live, he want to try and test my inner Virgo because stuff don't flow the way I have it set up to flow. But that's all right. That's all right. See, lessons learned because you learn how to go with the punches and just, laugh it off. Ha 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 ha. And keep going because we got a serious subject to discuss on today. And I want to make sure that you guys come up here and discuss it with me. We are going to be just dropping the link because we started having this conversation on yesterday. And I told y'all on yesterday that I really don't understand at what point enough is going to be enough for us. At what point? At what point? At what point are we going to realize that this man really doesn't give two flying what they call fucks about anybody but himself and his agenda? But I tried to warn y'all, I really did. But see, I just reached my 1,000 mark. I did. I just reached my 1,000 mark. So people weren't listening to me, and it's only a few of y'all in here now, but that's okay because I tried to warn y'all about this with Project 2025. I did when I kept telling y'all Trump is the wild card. Y'all thought it was Biden, then Biden dropped out the race, and somehow y'all thought, oh my goodness, this is our opportunity. It is. This is our opportunity. This is our end. We in there. We in there. Biden done dropped out. He old. He ailed. He can't stand up straight. He don't know if he going forward, backward, underneath, or above. He don't know if he in America, outer space, or the bottom of the ocean. So we got Kamala. Then we realized that Kamala was giving all of our money to immigrants. They was being able to reside in 5-star hotels. While we're bragging about which side is better, I think somehow we be forgetting all the facts, right, about both sides. We forget that while all this was going on, there was immigrants that just two-stepped and saucered, no tea, no shade, across the border, right? And they were put up in 5-star hotels, them and their entire families. Not only did this happen, but they were given EBT cards with not only cash but also with food stamps on it, right? But that wasn't even the key about it all, right? They were also given, was it like $5,000 a month, depending on how many people were in the family? Not only that, right? And that was just like cash. We're not even talking about the $10,000 in food stamps. Meanwhile, you can't get a loan to get a car. Meanwhile, you can't get help from energy assistance, from community advocates, from any of the rent assistance agencies to help pay with your rent. You couldn't get help from any of those. U.S. citizens forced to live in their cars, figure out how to live off grid in tents in the middle of blazing heat and freezing cold temperatures in their cars, dying. Elderly people without medication. Meanwhile, people from overseas and other countries that took planes from one country to the other just to tiptoe across our border was being put up in 5-star hotels that our government was paying for, mind you, for 6 months at a time because they were buying out the entire hotel. Let's put it all on the line. I mean, if we gonna talk about it, let's talk, right? And then when the 6 months was up at that hotel, they were flying them first class. How many of you Americans, born and raised, bred here, right? Thoroughbred here, right? Ancestors here, right? White, black, beyond, cream team, caramel macchiato, mocha, whatever color, whatever flavor floats your boat. How many of you have been able to fly first class on any of the birds in the sky in these United States of these Americas under Agent Orange and his Department of Chaos? Don't worry about it. I'll wait. So please do not get in my chat, in this conversation, when we're talking about this foolishness that's taking place, and make it seem like the Democrats are somehow better. Please do not. All right? Now, we had this conversation on the other day because I am a military mom. So I'm not just speaking as someone who has a platform that just wants to say something about what's going on. No, I'm speaking about a mom, and this kind of stuff affects our children. It doesn't affect the fools, the idiots in the White House. No, it doesn't affect them. No, they're just calling the shots. They're not the ones on the front line. No, your children are. If the draft happens, your babies, the ones who have not had the opportunity to live life yet, experience life outside of even your boundaries, and now they're going to be forced into military boundaries, forced to take up arms and live out a real life action version of Call of Duty. When they've barely enjoyed going on a date. They've barely enjoyed living out on their own, getting their own house, having a girlfriend, traveling the world, smiling, making money, stunting on social media like the young people want to do. They ain't even had an opportunity to do any of that yet. But they can be drafted in a war they didn't even ask to be in. Not even did they not ask to be in. A war that does not even make sense. This don't even have nothing to do with us. No, but because you have a money-hungry, bloodthirsty leader who wants to write his name across the world by any means necessary, even if it's done with the blood of your children, he gonna do it. He don't care about you. You think he care about Republicans? You're dumb. I'd argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. You think he cares about the military? Do you see this man on the screen? Military vet. If I know one thing about Marines, baby, Marines in it with everything they got from the crown of their head to the tip of their toes. I think that's why the majority of them bald head. Devil dogs, I ain't never met a Marine that wasn't die hard. Ever. Ever, never, ever, never, never, ever, never. Never, ever, never. Never. Find me one if you have. Blood, sweat, and tears in it. And they'll let you know. Let you know. Disrespect them. Disrespect the devil dog, please. This man stood up in full military dress blues. Full. Speaking, you know how, what's the little short, Kevin Hart said, say it with your chest. stood up with his whole chest and said, we don't want to fight for Israel. Your military. And he was met with what? Let me see if it's finished downloading. Hold on. Because y'all got to see this. And if YouTube blocks this for brutality, I'm telling y'all the level of festivity that I'm going to experience. Hold on. It might be still downloading. Nope. Here we go. Y'all gotta see this, cause I was outdone, and it's not even that anything that Agent Orange does anymore really should surprise me, but I think I was surprised that I was surprised. Then I got angry that I was surprised. Check this out.
Israel is the reason for this war. America does not want to fight this war for Israel. Let's go. Come on, let's go. America does not want to send its sons and daughters to war for Israel. Your inability to name that shows you have this as leaders. This is wrong.
This is your vet. This is our veteran. Let me tell y'all something. It better not be one person get in my chat with that black versus white bullshit. And I'm saying what I'm saying with my whole chest. You get in here when he's white. It has nothing. I hate you. And everybody that thinks like you and talks like you and operates like you, because you are the problem. There's black men in the military, white men in the military, Orientals in the military, Hispanics in the military. Please don't get in my damn chat with that black versus white stuff. Because as long as we stay divided and stay focused on black versus white, we're missing the bigger damn picture. They're using you, us, like pawns on a chessboard. This is nothing but their little personal game of battleship. But they're not playing with game pieces. They're playing with your lives. This ain't a game board. It's not a movie script. This is your son, my son, their sons. Are subjected to a bullshit ass war because punk ass leaders can't get their head out their ass, sit at a table and decide, you know what? Let's just have peace. Can't we all just get along? Can't we all just mind the business that pays us? Israel punk ass over here, all this damn land. You can't give Palestine this a little piece of it? You selfish bastards. U.S. war on crime, war on drugs, biggest drug dealers in the damn world. You can't sit in your own damn house and get your switch out, put your muumuu on with your house shoes, throw your wig to the side, and start wailing on these badass out of control kids in your own house? But no, But no. Because everybody got to show who got the biggest dick. That's what this is about. Which leader has the biggest pecker? That's what this is about. And I really want to say that all they need is a little estrogen. That's really what I want to say. They need to put some women in these rooms because there's too many men in there by themselves. But then I stepped back and said, wait a minute. Because war ain't nothing but a bunch of power-hungry men busting at each other. Just big sticks, big poles, big cannons. Just bust, 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 bust. Busting here, busting there, busting everywhere. Just, y'all, so y'all get off busting at each other. So this has nothing to do with estrogen. A woman couldn't even help this. Because I'm starting to think if the Diddy thing and if the Epstein thing really isn't a real thing at all. It's a mindset. It's an ideology. It's a behavior. It's a system. And all of y'all are trapped in this sick, twisted system. The only thing y'all missing is the damn baby oil. Said what I said. Won't take it back. But let's continue so that you can see how they feel about our veterans.
And nobody wants to fight for Israel. A reminder to all our Commandant, please stand up as a Marine.
Not one person in the room got up to help him. Not one. Not one. A veteran in full dress blues who deserved a salute from unless you finna tell me that this man is not a real veteran. He was dishonorably discharged for some foul stuff he did in the military. He's been trashed since he's been out of the military. And at the end of the day, even if all of those things are true, it does not change the fact that everything that that man said in that room, as he's speaking, he's echoing the voices of the American people. And everybody sat there and nobody defended him. This is your America. You still defending this MAGA? Because this is how I feel, right? If ever, baby, there was a time for MAGA to MAGA, oh, baby, I would pay right now to see MAGA. Oh, yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Oh, yes, I would. And I don't like either side. But I would pay to see MAGA. If there was ever a time and a situation for MAGA to J6, baby, y'all let Trump gas y'all up to J6 on J6, and y'all know what J6 is. Baby, if ever there was a time to J6, y'all should be gearing up right now. Right now. Right now. Said what I said. Argue with your mama. He was one of y'all's military. Y'all gonna slide or what? What time y'all sliding? What time y'all moving around? What time y'all stepping for y'alls is what I want to know. Devil dogs, military, every branch of the military ought to be stepping behind this. Behind this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I would pay to see MAGA behind this. Where's the GoFundMes? Where's the GoFundMes? Y'all GoFunded the hell out of what was that wench name? Shiloh? Yeah. Y'all GoFunded the heck. Y'all, where the GoFundMe? Y'all, his GoFundMe ought to be full by midnight. Set up and full. With full salutes attached. Y'all sliding or what? What time y'all slide? That's what I want to know. But put all the bullshit aside. If ever there was a time for y'all to slide behind some, this right here is the time.
Stand up for America. No one wants to fight.
They're so busy trying to get him out the room. They don't even realize his hand is stuck in the door that this dumbass right here has his foot braced on. Our vet, military, devoted his life, probably spent years away from him, time away from family, could have even fought in a Gulf War, probably done had a deployment or two into some extremely hostile situations. Baby, this is a Marine. The name Marine itself should make you straighten your back. Do you know what they gotta go through in order to become a Marine? Baby, just anybody can't be no Marine. Baby, that takes special training. And you treating him like trash, like a dog for real. Let's watch. YouTube, fair use, discussion. Fair, you bet not block or... If it get blocked, we gonna do a whole nother live, and then we reading YouTube.
For Israel!
Did you just see his arm broke? Nobody in the room said stop. Nobody. Nobody said, that's a Marine. That's a soldier. Soldiers are fighting in this war. Soldiers are dying in this war. If China and Russia decide to join this war, and China has already said they have military equipment that can reach our lands. So if that happens, do you know what's going to have to happen? They're going to have to recall in veteran soldiers, even soldiers who are beyond the point of being called in. Do you know why? Because if we go to war with China, I don't care how good our machinery is, I don't care how good our weaponry is, it is 30 gazillion, trillion, billion, gazillion, fillion, fillilions, millions, billion of them over in China. There is not enough of us to defeat China. Now let me do one better than that for you, because you know our government seems to think that we're slow. China even has slipper the factories to reproduce their weapons and their ammunition. So that means in a war, we run out before they do. Get it? Does this make sense to you now that I say it out loud? Soldiers fight in this war, these wars. But this is how a soldier that may have to be called back to battle is being treated. Let's continue.
Sir, thank you for your service.
The senator broke his hand. The senator broke his hand.
Help him, please. Help him.
He's
He's a Marine. Somebody come help him.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. Oh, the hell, the no, you don't. I just the hell no. And bet not am person in my chat or anywhere else jump up to their defense and listen to them. They're yelling. I don't give a damn. You should have been yelling out the minute they grabbed this man like he was a piece of male bovine feces, and this man is in full dress blues. You shouldn't even had the right privilege or authority to touch this man while he was in his full dress blues. Felonies for everybody that put their hands on him. Said what I said. Felonies. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna have 50 million dislikes on this video. Oh yeah, I can see it now. Cause I was pissed. You mean to tell me that we're on the verge of war? And this is how you do a veteran who has to fight for us, who has fought for us? Let's continue.
Your Senate committee.
Look at you guys. You're robots. You won't even look back. Look at you guys. You're like robots. Oh my God, what is happening? And you're not even looking back. Any of you four-star generals. Oh my God, what is happening?
And those are your leaders. I need y'all to see this. See, this is the stuff y'all not going to share and talk about because everybody don't want to talk about this because everybody is, oh, Trump is for the people. This motherfucker ain't never been for no people. Trump told y'all this before he even got elected. Before he even ran, he did an interview and told y'all if he would ever run as a Republican, he would run as a Republican because Republicans are dumb and he would win. He don't care about either side. Look, I want you to see your leaders. Look at them. Look at them. Their backs are turned to a veteran soldier at a time when they are declaring war. Do it make sense to you when I say it out loud? Let me see what y'all saying, because I'm matter of fact, here. Y'all come up here and say it. Come up here and say it to their face. Come say it to their face. There's the link. I don't care. Come up. You can be a part of the Champagne gang. You cannot. You can be a visitor. You can be a passer through. I don't care. But we need to have a conversation of this because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Look. I want to say what I want to say, but I can't say what I want to say because then people might be at my door. So can y'all just please hit the link? But look at them. Their back is turned to a veteran who is speaking from his heart and echoing the hearts of the American people. And they do not care. They don't care. Not one of them. The rope is still in place. Do you see the burgundy rope? It's still in place. These people at the table are still writing. They don't care. They're like zombies. Marionette puppets on a string. That's what they are. Do you know? Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. while a vet, I'm gonna play this while I look for this. Just continue to watch.
And you're not even looking back. Any of you four-star generals. Oh my God, what is happening right now? Eyes front, robots. Shame. Shame. Oh my God, you guys. What did I just see? I'm getting out of here.
That's fine. Everybody sit down, please.
Oh my God, what is happening?
Okay, good. No, it's not.
Oh my God.
It's disgusting.
Oh my God, you guys.
Sorry, can you open it up a little bit just to like change the gap? Hey guys, clear the hallways. Out. Clear the hallways. Out. Clear the hallways, please. Clear the hallways, please.
Can you help him, please?
Yes, yes. All the places going there. Please clear the hallways.
Oh my God. What happened? His hand got totally smashed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why are you getting arrested?
Palestine, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, Palestine will be free.
And what about this war in Iran?
Oh my God.
His arm.
Ah, fuck, my arm is fucking broke, bro. My left arm is broke.
I understand. No, fine.
Oh my God. Oh, you guys, come on.
I need you to move.
You need to
okay?
stop. Okay.
Ryan, stop.
He's fighting for you, not for him.
They broke his arm. Oh my God. It's totally broken.
Responder.
Oh man.
Please, can you get him some kind of medical attention?
Yes, we are.
Oh my God.
You are straight.
Let go of my arm before you sit down. I'll step back, please. Please move back.
So they're holding him by his broken arm. Am I the only one seeing this? Like, y'all not mad yet on the... Your mind doesn't look at what's going on overseas. And then you're like, what the... Okay, let's continue.
Can you get him some medical attention, please?
Oh, before we do that, look at this. This is the way I see this. When the government no longer serves the people become the serving. This is what I need you to remember. The military is nothing but government employees. When I was graduated from high school, it was a young man joined the military, and he told me that him and his I forgot what they call I don't want to say platoon, but what they call their little group. But one of the guys that was in their little group in the Army, they were wrestling, and he actually broke his arm horse playing wrestling. Do you know he got arrested and charged with destroying government property? Because when you're in the military, you are government property. That's why when you leave without permission, they come and hunt you down, because you belong to them. You no longer belong to yourself. You're theirs. You do what they say. You go where they say, or you face their court, not our court, their court, court-martial, special court that civilians have nothing to do with, because that is a special elite group that belongs to them. When the government no longer serves the people become the serving. That is what's going on with this war. The people are being served on silver platters, whether it's in the war because you got to sign up and you're fighting, whether it's the people who are losing their lives because they're being bombed, Or think about it, their infrastructure is being completely demolished, or whether it's the people who are going to have to pay the taxes to rebuild all of these places that our government is destroying, because that is a part of the rules of engagement. You have to repair what you destroy. When the government no longer serves the people become the servant. When are we going to get tired of being served to the highest bidder for their greed and their gain? Let me tell y'all something. Anytime there's anything going on overseas, it's always about oil. They can tell you whatever they want to. Baby, it's about oil. 1, 2, and the 3, about the war, the conflict, and all of it. It is always about the oil. Trump got his eyes on all them Arabian princes and how they living over in Dubai and all of those other places. And Trump like, give me some of that. That's all this is about. That's it. Give me. I want some of that. Yeah, I want to live like that too. Come on, let's talk about it. You find me a different reason. Find me a reason. Find me a logical reason that we're over in Iran right now. Because they're building missiles. Everybody got missiles. You don't think they should be able to defend themselves? Because of this very reason? Because you can just run up in any place you want to, whenever you want to? Do you not understand that all this is doing is making all the other countries mad at us? We don't get that. So, what happens if all of the other countries look at the way the United States and Israel and our little allies or whatever is demolishing Iran and say, we ain't gonna stand for this bullshit? Now, we understand if Iran did something to you and you getting your payback, then we would step back and be like, yeah, handle your big one. But that ain't the case here. Y'all just being bullies and think that y'all can step across the world the way you want to, uncontested. With how the movie say, with no contestation. This ain't that. What happens if they band together and all they missiles turn around and point toward us? We can't whoop everybody. Didn't your mama used to tell you that when you was young? Baby, you can't whoop everybody. There's always somebody stronger than you. Trump ain't gonna be satisfied till somebody or somebody's bring him down to size. And unfortunately, again, it's your sons, my son, your daughters, their sons and daughters. They're the ones that's gonna pay, because it's their lives. We're not on those battlefields. We're not in those planes. We're not on those ships. We're not in those submarines. We're watching it. But they are. They're the ones in those planes cussing, praying to God, let me make it back home to my family. Saying, God, I don't even know why we here. But understanding that somebody gotta die, but saying, God, please don't let it be me. Nobody's thinking about the soldiers. They signed up for this. No, the hell they didn't. They signed up to protect their country. What about this is protecting the country? What? Please tell me. But let's get back to the soldier.
Okay, would y'all just move aside then? That way people can still later.
Josie, what happened? We just witnessed a Marine veteran interrupting the hearing, and they broke his arm.
Why did he interrupt the hearing?
Because there is a war in Iran, and our military brothers and sisters are going to die for Israel, and we are here to say no. We do not support Israel. We do not want to die for Israel. Stop the war in Iran right now.
And what did they do to him?
They pulled him out, got his arm trapped in a door, broke his arm, tackled him to the ground. It was a very, very intense situation. What? I'm for the hearing, but he's my friend, and he couldn't stand what they were saying anymore, so he spoke up.
Is he with an organization?
No, he's actually running for Senate in North Carolina. His name is Brian McGinnis.
Do you refer?
No, I don't. And they all just kept their eyes forward, those cowards.
Please go behind the line right now.
3 Palestine, fuck the war in Iran.
You're free to record, but you're free to record. Please go behind the line. You guys are free to record. All you want, we're just asking you to please cooperate with us. Just go behind the line.
America does not want to fight this war in Iran, and the soldiers don't, right?
Please stand up as a Marine. Stand up for America. No one wants to fight for Israel.
Oh my God.
Why are you here?
Why are you getting arrested?
Free Palestine. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, Palestine will be free.
Oh my God, they broke his arm. Oh man.
We just witnessed a Marine veteran interrupting the hearing, and they broke his arm.
Why did he interrupt the hearing?
Because there is a war in Iran, and our military brothers and sisters are going to die for Israel, and we are here to say no. We do not support Israel. We do not want to die for Israel. Stop the war in Iran right now.
And what did they do to him?
They pulled him out, got his arm trapped in a door, broke his arm, tackled him to the ground. It was a very, very intense situation.
America does not want to fight.
Where was all this intensity when it was happening, though? That's what I want to know. Where was all of the intensity then? And it's finna tick me off that my lives have been so doggone blurry. What is the problem, YouTube? But let's continue.
This war in Iran, and the soldiers don't, right, Brian?
No, they don't. Americans
Go behind
don't
that.
send their sons and daughters to fight in Iran. We're fighting for Israel.
One more like just so you don't trip off. Hey guys, I'm here in DC trying to speak out against the Senate and ask them why they're going to send our men and women to harm's way when our elected officials said that it would be no more war. Anybody who feels disillusioned and betrayed by our government, you're not alone. Join us in demanding accountability for this betrayal. Free Palestine, free America. Let's go.
So that's the video. Drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think about it. I want y'all to check out what this guy had to say on Facebook about this whole thing. And again, I want y'all to remember, when the government no longer serves the people become the serving. Just like we saw with our U.S. veteran, Marine, Devil Dog. And I'm still saying what I'm saying. Marines, when y'all sliding, like what time? Is it high noon? Like y'all doing midnight? It's gonna be a surprise. Is that what it is? Because I know y'all moving behind this. There's no way y'all sit back silently and let this go unanswered. Wow. The government officials, hold on a second, while the government officials,
Palestine will be free.
hold on, turn their back and didn't even turn around and concern. I just know y'all moving behind this. Y'all got to. But I need y'all to check this out. Hold on a second. I can't hear nothing. Oh, I forgot to add him to the stage. Hold on. That's crazy because he going off. I don't know why y'all can't hear him. Hold on. Let me try this one.
Forget about the entertainment world. Isn't it just time? Isn't it just time for women to run the planet? I mean, I'm not just trying to placate you, I swear. But I don't know what else to do because we, men, we've been running the show since what, 10,000 BC? Something like that. And we're not doing so good. So, please, can you guys just take over? Can you? I think it's time. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Jamaica, Peru. India, Pakistan, Burma, Afghanistan,
Can we just say everybody tired? Period. All of them. Tired.
You don't mean that shit. You just running your mouth like you always do. You don't even mean that shit, Joe.
I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired. I am sick.
Forget
Period.
about the entertainment world.
If you voted for that orange man and you are now saying, this is not what I voted for, this is not what I voted for, this is quite literally exactly what you voted for. And if you truly did not think that this was going to happen by electing that man into office, then you are willingly uneducated and ignorant. And I suggest next time you think about voting in an election, you educate yourself other than watching Fox News. Yeah. If you voted for that orange man...
You know, when it comes to waging war against the billionaires, what that translates to is higher taxes. And I don't think Texas, which is a tax haven, just like Florida, I'm not so sure they're going to be well on board with that.
Well,
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired. I am sick.
Hold on, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what the people have to say about this war. These the politicians.
A lot of Americans are delusional about the fact that America is not going to win this war in Iran that we just started. If you are American and you grew up in America, you were indoctrinated into the myth that America is somehow invincible and can win any war at any time. And that like attacks on US soil were impossible and that no country could really have a credible threat to us whatsoever. Also, you might even believe that the only reason why other countries are allowed to survive is because we're just being nice or something, right? Like we could crush anybody at any time. And that's just not true. And look, I get it. Like some of those things are based in reality, right? Like the contiguous United States is far away from any country that's a credible threat, right? Or the fact that the United States has lots of nuclear weapons, right? Like those are very formidable assets that we have. But having a giant military alone isn't enough to be invincible, right? Like literally look at Russia. They're huge. Ukraine is so small and tiny in comparison and have such less resources, and they're struggling to beat them. America has tried to wage wars on a small guerrilla, highly motivated population on the other side of the world, and we lost. Vietnam, we didn't win Vietnam, right? And those were literally like rice farmers with like hats on. Iran is a very anachronistic place in a lot of ways, right? But these are not savages. These are educated people. Like they have a military that's functional. And they have a lot of practice defending the homeland because they're doing it against their own people that want a revolution. And Trump is basically banking on the fact that the Iranian government is so mean to its people that they're going to resist from the inside. And I'm sure a little bit of that will be happening, but I don't think they want to be under Israel's thumb either. They don't want to be under America's thumb either. Like they're highly motivated to keep their culture, keep their homes or whatever. And the United States is being run by some dummies right now, right? So it's like they're not going to be at their most competent level, right? And there's a lot of resistance within the United States, from the people at least. Like people don't want to go to this war. So nah, man, like the tooth fairy isn't real. Santa's not real. Like we're not going to win this war. At the very least, you know, it'll be over quickly, but it's like nothing substantial will be achieved. A lot of Americans.
And now I want y'all to see some of these comments. Like this one says here by Buckeye Nation X. It says, not gonna lie, look, Ukraine is getting funded by a bunch of European countries. Also with Vietnam War, I guess you could say that the other countries were that were in the war with Vietnam can win any wars too. Now, here's the thing, right? And also this one after it by Goat KC. I believe some soldiers might not want to fight, to be honest. Ukraine getting funded by a bunch of European countries. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stop and think about it. Iran has to get funded by a bunch of different countries. So it's not a matter of the fact that you need help. The thing is who you get help from. There's already talks. Let me see. I come back to you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. So China is offering to mediate the war, but that was after Russia came out and said basically they want to enter the war because America is doing too much and they should have never bombed Iran. Hold on. Look at this. Russia and China. And the reason they say China is because Russia mentioned basically if I'm in, China in, right? So Russia is basically saying America was out of order. Not only is America out of order, but America done violated some treaties by doing what they did. America and Israel. Now let me say this, because I know we have a lot of Christians who automatically jump up and jump to the defense of Israel, because in the Bible, Israel is God's chosen people, right? But if you really knew the scripture, if you really knew anything about Israel in the Bible, they weren't God's chosen people because they were right and they were perfect. Israel was always on BS. Why do you think they had to wander around in the wilderness for 40 years? Huh? I'm sorry, why did you think it took 40 years to get to the promised land? Why? Why do you think the wilderness experience happened? Why? Because Israel ain't never did what they were supposed to do. Never. Ever, ever, ever. Never. Israel was always getting whooped. They was always ending up in bondage for doing the opposite of what they were supposed to do. So y'all didn't see none of the clips from the real rabbis over there saying that none of this is biblical, because according to what they believe in, they are not supposed to even claim a land until Jesus comes back. Y'all don't even know if these people over here is really Israelites. Said what I said. Do your research. Do your research. These people were sitting down there in during, what was it, World War II? What was it? The German general sent these people down there and said, give them a home. How y'all know? Did y'all do a DNA test? These people could be over here perpetrating as Israelites and you don't even know. You don't even know. How you know who these people are? And you got wars and rumors of wars started in their name. Why? For what? For what? Just like America, they're bullies. Always have been. Read your Bible. Read it. Don't worry. I'll wait. Somebody prove me wrong. Somebody tell me that what Israel is doing is biblical and sounds in any way godly. Please tell me. When the Bible says strive for peace with all men, that's the Bible. You know, the one that your leaders scream about. You know, when they're yelling, I'm Christian. I'm Christian. We follow God. We follow godly biblical principles. Well, the godly biblical principles say strive for peace with all men. How can you strive for peace when you're shooting missiles? You can't come to my house telling me you want peace with me, but you got a bazooka in your hand. Because I'm saying like Don Dada, baby, you want war, cut the W, pass me the AR. What we doing? How you showing up on people's doorstep and expect them not to fight back? I got to salute Iran and take my hats off. At the end of the day, the U.S. and Israel stepped on their doorstep like bullies. Like they was just going to run through. And Iran said, you know what? I might not win this, but you going to at least know I've been there. You gonna know. You gonna see some scars and some marks that you ran up on a nigga like me. That's what Iran is literally saying to the U.S. You gonna have to wipe us out, but we not backing down. They saying like the old Negro spiritual, before I be a slave, I be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord to be free. Or Allah Akbar. Come on, y'all. They broke the arm of a U.S. veteran and didn't care. Didn't care. Hold on one second. Hold on. Okay, check this out. Let's see if it'll play. I don't know why my sound tripping like it is, y'all. That's crazy. 1 minute it's working, next minute it's not. What is the problem? Hold on, let me do this. Let's try this. Hold on. See, that's why I like OBS. I wouldn't have to worry about none of this. Hold on.
Measure pain and shit. What up? Can I help y'all?
James Jackson?
Yeah, that's me.
Be met with the threat of nuclear war.
Man, see what I'm saying, man? They need to leave that man alone, man. He ain't fucking around.
They have never seen.
See?
Himself establishes nuclear arms.
Man, why y'all dressed like Measure Pain and shit? What up? Can I help y'all?
James Jackson?
Yeah, that's me.
You have been selected to get drafted into the war.
Who?
You, sir.
Man, that ain't got shit to do with me. Dog, they ain't got shit to do with me, bro. I'm from Detroit, man. I done been through enough wars. Then y'all want me to go fight over there and get killed?
Sir, you will serve time in prison if you refuse, sir.
Look, somebody in the comments said if you don't go, $250K fine and 5 years in prison. Look, y'all drop in the chat and let me know if y'all taking prison for 100. Alex. Yeah, well, or should I say prison for 250K? Is that what y'all going, or y'all going to fight? Y'all been waiting for this moment, because y'all know it's some people gonna go because they've been waiting for this moment. They want to go shoot something. And my thing is, instead of drafting everybody, what you ought to do is go draft the ones who ready to go, the ones who excited, you know, them good old excited boys that they done bought them a whole arsenal for situations just like this. That's who you need to get. The ones who want to go, take them, all them prisoners that you know. Have unalived somebody, you know, they wife and they whole family, and they got away with it because they were too coward to take themselves too. Yep, take them. Put them on the front line. You know who else? All these little young YNs that's trigger happy and just want to shoot up something. Take them, please. You want to make America great again? Take all of them. All the shooters that's excited to want to shoot something. Put all of them on the front line. You ain't got to draft everybody else that's minding their business. Get the ones that want to go. They want to start wars on our streets. So let them start wars with real wars. Let them shoot against people who's shooting back. You know, you got to level the playing field. That's the problem on our streets. The playing field ain't level. So put them on a level playing field. They got guns. They got guns. They got grenades. They got grenades. They got flamethrowers. They got flamethrowers. Get it? I don't think this is that hard. We'll watch. I promise you we'll watch.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Donald Trump's mother, Mama Lago. As Mother of the Year, I'm so proud of my little Dodge drafter. He addressed all of the top generals in the United States, which quite frankly is the biggest honor there is in the world, most likely probably. There were a lot of wonderful moments between my son Donald and Pete Hedgehog.
People are standing and their mouth is this far away from their mouth, and they're spitting at them.
Quite frankly, there's too much spitting.
They spit, we hit.
My son doesn't like spitters, he likes swallowers. If I could give my son one piece of advice, it would be this: lie loudly and lie often. You can't lie enough. He's treating all of Americans like children. My son is your daddy, and daddy is going to sing you a beautiful lullaby, the one I sang to him when he was a baby. The devil's gonna get you 'cause you're ugly and bad. Have a good night, everybody.
Heard about Iran and Trump and them.
Who?
You know what I said. Iran and Trump and them. They've been talking about it all week.
Yeah, I heard about it. What happened?
So basically, Trump and his boys or whatever in the Congress or whatever, they done sent the nuclear bomb on Iran.
I know you lie.
And basically, Trump was like, so it's gonna bring peace, or if it don't bring peace, it's gonna bring a terrible tragedy.
So Trump already done sent the missile over there.
Yeah, they done blew it up. They said they sent the troops and the people to do it. Came back peaceful.
Like that.
I don't know, but we can't prepare.
Best believe that. I know you lying. For real.
I ain't lying.
We gotta prepare, man. You know, we gotta stay on our phone. We gotta start praying a lot, man. Cause he done sent that missile for. Why he not over there messing with the phone like that?
I don't know what's wrong with him. They saying he doing whatever he wants. So I don't know.
Let me call my mom and them, man. We gotta go ahead and start preparing, man. Call your folks.
We already kind of got a little head start. We grilling, but you know.
Hold on.
All right.
You sure? It's on the news and everything.
I thought you seen it.
I've been busy.
Yes,
Hey,
I know.
hey, y'all been seeing what Trump going
Yeah,
on?
tell them, because I know they probably seen it.
Y'all done seen it? Hey, mine's me. What you doing? Nothing outside. Do my little thug. There's a little grill. Look, have you y'all prepare, man? Cause you know y'all seen on the news, right? Yeah, call everybody. Call cousin. Call everybody. Cause
Not call everybody.
Be careful.
Y'all listen, look at this comment right here. It says, yes, you idiot. It makes it better. Iran has said several times if they got nuclear power, they're going to send nukes to America and other U.S. allies. You dumb uck. If you hate America so much, get the uck out and go somewhere else. I hate you, M. Eckers. Yeah, you know, this is always what they say. If you hate it so much, get out. You know, instead of trying to fix it and make it better, you know, this is that narcissistic trait that you find not only with Trump, but most of the people that follow him blindly and idiotically. You know, they have that narcissistic trait that they feel like if you say there's something that you don't like, that you should just leave. Like anybody with an opinion needs to leave. And the only people that need to stay are the mindless, dumbass zombies who think, operate, and breathe the same level of bullshit that they do in the air. Those are only ones that they feel should be in America. Right? Listen to it. That's what it says. Because you have an opinion. You know, because somehow you're wrong if you have an opinion. that doesn't echo his opinion. But remember, I tried to warn you guys that with Project 2025, that he would only have people in the cabinet that listened to him, and he only wanted the military to listen to his orders, and everybody who was in the White House and had anything to do with control while he was the president needed to blindly obey and follow him. As a matter of fact, he was going to have them take an oath, and they had to sign a document almost signing their life away. You remember, kind of like Princess and the Frog, when he made the deal with the dark man dude, voodoo dude, with the, you know, with the hat and all that. You remember when he made the deal with him? Yeah, kind of like that. In order to keep your job, you got to blindly say you're going to follow Trump. It was all in Project 2025, and I tried to warn y'all. But see, this is how they think. That's that narcissistic trait. You got to think like me. You know, you got to sign your name in blood. You got to take the oath. If you don't take the oath, then you're an op. We saw that with the veteran that just had his arm broke. He became an op immediately because he wasn't saying what they wanted him to hear, what they wanted to hear. You're disassociated. You're trash. Get out the door. What do they say? Don't let the sunshine hit you where the good Lord split you. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. That's what they want when you have an opinion. Because that's the day and age that we're in. People don't want you to have an opinion. Because if you have an opinion, then you got to fight. You don't think so? America is the only one that's able to tell the entire world that they trash, they going to hell, and you gonna blow them to smithereens. But the minute somebody else say it, then it's a problem. It's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when they do it, right? That ain't this the art of war? Isn't this rules of engagement? That I'm trying to figure out when y'all was in a street fight, right? When y'all was in the hood as kids, I'm trying to figure out at what point it was okay that you decided I can talk about your mama, but if you talk about mine, then I can hit you, but you better not swing back. You just got to stand there and take it off because I'm me. I'm that girl. Since when did fighting ever go that way? Since been fighting. Please explain to me. But this is y'all America, though. Let's continue.
Well, jumping jelly beans and MAGA hats involved. Donald Trump.
But let me say this again, right? Because forgot to mention this. If you look at the date on this, this says June of 2025. You trying to tell me that we dropped bombs in June of 2025 and we're still in 2026 talking about dropping bombs on Iran? So you're telling me we didn't do the job when he did it before? So who the hell did you bomb when you dropped bombs on them before? And said that you wiped them out. What happened with that mission exactly? Did you blow up a cornfield? Help me understand. What did you do? A bush or two? Why are we back? I mean, because if they were able to develop more missiles, obviously, you missed something. So, what was the test lie with explaining this June incident in 2025? Then I need you to fast forward to now, today years old, in 2026, and explain to me why in March of 2026 we're still having the same conversation that we was having in June of 2025. Me, the kind of chick that I am, I have a problem if I got an issue with you, right? You got an issue with me, and we're in conflict. You come to me and you say, Empress, you know, when you said such and such, or when you did such and such, it made me feel some kind of way. And I tell you, all right, let's sit down on the table, because I don't never want to hurt your feelings or make you feel disregarded in any way. So let's sit down and talk about it. Even if it's a relationship, baby, let's talk about what the problem is, so we don't have to revisit this again, right? And we sit down and say we gonna put it all on the table and have a conversation. Then you bring that thing up 30 days later, baby, you can bring it up 3 hours later. Now me and you got a serious issue. Because why are we still talking about old shit? Do it make sense to you when I say it out loud? Why are we still doing old stuff? You didn't handle the job in 25. So, what, you just going back for a redo? You like the people who get their ass beat when they fighting, but don't let the fight end. So now you got to come back with reinforcements, because you got to get your lick back. Or how did he say, Bad Boys? You got to get your lick back. Right? And again, I say, this is all about oil. Please, I need you to put on your golden chapeaus. I know that we are not in OBS tonight. We're on StreamYard. I know. So we're not able to have our golden chapeau on the screen. But I need you guys to put your golden chapeaus on and understand, anytime we are fighting in the Middle East, skip what you heard. It's always about the oil. It has been about the oil in the Middle East since war. And the only other war that wasn't necessarily all about oil was the war with the little dummy in Germany who thought that he was going to be the Trump of the world. Because you do realize that your sitting president said that he wished he had people to follow him the way Hitler had people following him. And you still think America is a democracy? Still? Ran by a dictator, but we're still a democracy? You make it make sense, because I can't. What y'all say in the comments? Zach says, see, that's why I stopped shooting dice, for that very point. If I break the everybody, I got to let the last person have an opportunity to win his money back. But if I lost, I got to bounce. Exactly. When you mean get out, why have you settled? I'm just saying. Right. Draft, what, I'm closing the window. I ain't feeling that. Not my children. Absolutely. Jack in the Detroit in the building. Jack 313, what up though? Exactly. Let's do a few more.
Well, jumping jelly beans and MAGA hats involved. Donald Trump. President Donald J. Trump is not done, ladies and gentlemen. So, he had a coordinated attack with Israel, bombing nuclear sites of Iran. But we all know Trump.
Red, my favorite color. He gets on my nerves.
An impromptu press conference with everyone that's a Republican.
Trump don't play. Trump an idiot.
Maybe it's for oil, as the president daydreams himself into another 19th century war fantasy of conquering some foreign land he doesn't understand or care about, but he would like to rob them of their natural. So why is it? Maybe it's for oil, as the president daydreams himself into another 19th century war fantasy of conquering some foreign land he doesn't understand or care about, but he would like to rob them of their natural resources. Maybe he thinks Iran and its proud 92 million people will happily and easily become a new colony in an empire. An empire helmed by an American emperor. Maybe that's what he thinks. But as this now becomes the 7th country Trump has bombed just since being back in office for 1 year, cui bono? Who benefits? It seems like a disturbingly easy question to answer. Why has the US government been pushed in this direction? Follow the money. Why is Donald Trump willing to let that happen? Well, with this president, sadly, we keep learning over and over and over again that the easiest answer is almost always the truest one. He does not play four-dimensional chess. There's just him and what we know he's like, right? This president appears to have grown his enormous and excitable new appetite for military intervention in just this 1 year back in office. Apparently because he just thinks war is easy. It's exciting. It earns him not only close attention, but even occasionally plaudits from the very serious people who are professionally inclined to believe that there's some rationale, some strategery, some good thinking behind the start of every war, particularly in the Middle East. Starting a war, launching airstrikes, doing this sort of thing, it gets him a ton of attention. He gets to do it unilaterally, he contends. Naturally, there's no question that he would seek a declaration of war from Congress or even an authorization for the use of military force. He sees war as something he gets to do on his own say-so in a baseball hat from home that is exciting, that is controversial, that is all about him, and not for nothing, it's the world's greatest change of subject. So why is it?
I mean, talk your shit, sis. For real, for real. What I tell y'all, it's always about the oil. Follow the money. Whenever there's something that you can't figure out, follow the money. That's what I keep telling y'all with the Nancy Guthrie case. A case is not just haphazard. Follow the money. It is always attached to money somehow, some way. That woman was not chosen just randomly. That wasn't a random hit. Nothing about what happened to Nancy was random. Not one thing is random. They're not looking close enough. And I feel like the answer is right in front of their faces. Just like the black glove that was dropped by someone who was with them. Follow the money. But drop in the comments and let me know what you have to say about this. We're going to be continuing to follow this, like I said, as a mom, as a military mom with a child in the military. This frustrates me. I don't care what anyone says. This was unnecessary. This did not have to happen. You want Iran to get rid of their missiles. You want people to get rid of their weapons of mass destruction. Then everybody get rid of them. There's no way to make sure everyone gets rid of them, but you don't want countries to be able to defend or protect themselves. Somehow, everyone has to be in everyone's business instead of everyone saying, hey, each of our countries have problems of its own. Let us sweep around our own front doors. That's a thought. Let us worry about home. Let us worry about our streets. That's a thought. But no, we're so bloodthirsty. What did I tell you? It's like the Coliseum. Are you not entertained? It's entertainment for them. Just like she said. When the government no longer serves the people become the serving. When the government no longer serves the people, the government starts to serve the people. We're the ones on those silver platters. And you got to remember, for everybody that's joining the war, there's somebody else that can join the war. So it ain't even about who fighting now. It's about who could potentially fight. And the damage that can be done if they do. not only is it about that, it is about, hold on one second. It is about a veteran who stood up with his whole chest to speak his mind on how we the people feel about being in and joining this war. He was attacked. He was brutalized. He was thrown to the floor. He had his arm broken. He had our leaders turn their backs on him and continue to talk over him as if he didn't matter, as if he didn't exist, as if he was less than the dirt under their shoe. But this is the face of your soldiers, while he's standing and sitting in dress blues with a broken arm. This is the face of the ones who have to fight to defend this country. And this how he was treated. I am out, down, done. Drop in the comments and let me know what you have to say about this. Consider joining the Champagne Gang and the FizzFam. Hit that like and subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we jump into whichever sector we jump into for another show. Thank you for joining me in the Champagne City for another Sip, Savor, and Spill, for another Talk Yo Shh, for another Empress Allegedly, Confidante. Oh, if you want to support the channel, you can do so by hitting the Cash App. It is on your screen. You can also give a super chat, a super thanks. Your heart, your view, your like, your thumbs up is enough. So it's not a requirement. But thank you, Champagne Gang, FizzFam, Confidante, and visitors to the Champagne City. Always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, baby, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink. Till we meet again. Ta-ta.
Champagne on my tongue, silk on my skin, undone. You lean in, say my name like a secret, like a sin.
So I was gonna end it, but somebody jumped in backstage. So hold on. Welcome to the stage, Zach. You slid on up there right at the end.
I heard you. I heard you about to end it. You know, yeah. This is something serious. You know, this whole situation. You know, and it's a lot of like that. That whole piece with the soldier and saying what he said, and then the generals turning their backs. You know what it is. You know, it's like, forget what the people saying. The people have no voice now. So now, you know, I don't know if you was going to do a show about the spiritual implications of this, the biblical implications of this, but this is something serious and people really need to pay attention. Like you said, it's like critical thinking is a thing of the past. Common sense is a thing of the past. It's either you fall in line or you gonna fall out. That's
Right.
where it's headed. That's where it's headed. And like you said, what happened to that man, you know, is just an example of what they're saying. You speak against or you go against what's coming, you know, don't look for no sympathy.
Right.
And I don't care. And that's even in itself. He's a decorated Marine.
Right.
If it can happen to him, everybody else is expendable.
Absolutely.
So this is and this we living in a serious time, and people really need to really pay attention and pick a side. Because if you don't pick a side, you're picking a side. But you better stand for, like Martin Luther King said, if a man won't stand for something, he'll fall for anything.
Absolutely. The man got in full dress blue, stood up in the middle of the meeting with his whole chest and echoed the voices of the people. We don't want to be in this war. We don't want to fight this war. Hell, he wasn't even supposed to send no missiles anyway, because he should have had the backing and permission of Congress. He didn't get the backing and permission from nobody, because he doesn't care about permission from anyone.
No.
Only thing he cares about is what he wants.
And you can thank the Bush Jr. for the start of that, because once they started, when they went against the Constitution to get him reelected, that started the dismantling of the Constitution, and it started the power of the president. You know, they just doing what they want to do.
And unfortunately, right now we have too many
And now,
leaders doing what they want to do.
Yep. And so, but yeah, this is one for the ages, because, man, people just don't understand.
And I don't think we understand. There's no way we win against China. There's no way. What we gonna turn Russia? There's no way we win against China. There is 900 million gazillion billion gazillion trillion billion of them over there. That they got ninja assassins that we can't even beat them in a hand-to-hand, less damn known a missile to missile. And it's not that we don't have missiles that can touch their missiles. We can't touch their reproduction rate of missiles. We can't reproduce the amount of soldiers that would be needed to fight them, because if we get drafted, do you not think they get drafted too?
Right.
There is no way China joins this war and we win. None. Zero. And to be honest with you, let's just talk. To be honest with you, from what I'm getting with China don't want to be involved in it either way. Russia didn't want to get involved, but Russia feel like America is doing too much with Iran, so they feel like they need to come to the aid of Iran. Somebody needs to defend them before they get blown off the damn map.
And see, and that's the thing right there. That's why, I asked what you're gonna do another segment on it, because when you look biblically, Russia and China is mentioned profusely in that Armageddon. If they get in, so they right now they and that's their allies. So man, people just don't understand what's happening.
And allies with Iran.
Yeah.
And the thing that's frustrating me about it, I could understand if there was a threat to us. I could understand if there was a threat to the world, like a Hitler style threat. Iran ain't no damn Hitler. Iran don't even have the ability to produce a Hitler. They can produce. Here's the bigger question, right? Right now, we probably have sleeper cells in the United States that at any given time any one of our buildings could go kaboom. And there's nothing we can do because we're not prepared for it. And we don't know where they are, right?
Yeah.
How many other countries do Americans have, not saying that we're terrorists, but how many other countries do we have people in, that when they do dumb stuff to us, we can infiltrate from the inside? Because they do it to us all the time. Do we have people there? Is my question. I mean,
people where?
In the other locations, in our enemies' camps. Do we have? Because I know we send the military in, we send in the SEALs and all of them, but in cases like we dealing with now, where a sleeper cell could just activate in the United States, what do we have set up in other countries where when they start acting stupid, we can activate there?
Only thing that they got close to that is like some of them civilian companies that go in to do, I guess, build stuff, but I don't know how. They ain't like over there on King Drive and anywhere.
Right.
with a 9 stoves right there.
Just doing. So we ain't nowhere. So how we even prepared for this battle, and we ain't even on the playing field. They know how we operate because they joining our militaries, and they getting all our money and working in our corporate America jobs. And sending the money back over to their countries to build their infrastructure and living like kings and queens in their countries over there, right? So they're able to set up here.
Yeah.
Where we set up at? In silence. Where? Because they say, we was taught real G's move in silence. So where we set up in silence?
Right.
We're always playing defense. We go in after the fact to play recon and, do our own personal, what is it called? Search and destroy, Call of Duty style. We do that after the fact when we say, here's my bigger thing, right? Like, why do we even need to send the whole military in when, if you already knew where the stuff was, why didn't you just send your SEALs in? They're the ones that's trained for it, right? Because you don't have anybody on the inside. You can't get close. See, in order to send them in, you have to have some kind of intel, which means you have to have somebody on the inside, somebody that's feeding you information from the inside, so that you don't have to, necessarily send your soldiers in because you got an intel. So you can send your drones in. You can send your bombs in and not your soldiers. You don't have to put your planes in the air because you already got intel of where their stuff is, so you can blow it up so you don't even have to deal with it. But clearly, we don't have nobody on the inside, right? Or maybe I'm just talking. I done seen so many Mission Impossible movies. Is that what it is? I'm thinking too imaginative. Is that it? Because China over there building robots is all I'm saying. And I know I saw a video on TikTok with one, what was it, a year or so ago, that kind of looked like Optimus Prime. So if they're building robots to fight wars and they have the ability to mass produce because they have the factories and they are already light years ahead of us, right? We gonna send our soldiers out to fight robots? I mean, I need y'all to look at this from all angles and then tell me, do we really want to continue with this war? Because your veterans stood up and said, we the people don't want to fight for Israel. And I told you, if you really want to dig into scripture, because you want to keep yelling God's people, God's children, God's chosen, then we can dig in scripture and I can show you where Israel always been out of order. Always. Israel has always been that badass child that always had to get punished, whooped, and beat to do right. And the minute you thought Israel got it together, they did some more male bovine feces to end up in trouble all over again. And that's who you defending? But the Bible say in the last days they'll start calling good evil and evil good. And right now this looking real evil, and it's a whole lot of people cheering. You saw the black boy in red. And it's a lot more like him. But you the people, you decide. Are you going to continue to sit back and allow yourself to be served on the silver platter? Is that what you're going to do? Are you? Are you going to sit back and keep being fed by their greed and corruption? Are you? Or are you going to turn the TV off?